We're back.
We did it.
We didn't quit.
Happy anniversary.
Yes.
Valentine's Day's coming
episode. Up. Boom. Yeah. We had tens of people listening last time.
Yeah. I mean, second episode, second base in our relationship. We'll figure it out.
Yes, we got this.
Yeah.
That's,
I don't even know what that means. It's been a long time.
I have not had to try to get to second base. Like, I don't even know what that would mean anymore.
Quick Google search, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. Somebody let us know.
Yeah.
This week what second base means.
Just be cool about it.
Yeah, like
subtly.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, last week was fun.
Yeah, Dante on there. That was pretty cool.
Super cool.
Good start to a podcast, I guess.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
downhill from here.
I think we said it was going to be uphill, but I think it's probably going to be downhill.
Yeah,
I don't see.
I do have some cool guests though lined up already. We're not going to do it like every week, but maybe once a month, something like that.
Yeah,
so we got some cool ones. We
have been testing out some gameplay stuff, trying to figure that out. So
it is not going well. So if you were tech savvy, that's
me.
I was gonna say if you're an IT director or something like that, maybe hit us up and we'll figure it out.
I figured it out for me, and we'll figure it out for you.
Yeah. Now you just figure out your internet, so we're not lagging constantly. Then we'll be all right.
I mean, this town's internet is just not awesome, and we tried the other guys and couldn't get that to work either.
We'll just leave names out of it. That way, you're like, oh, who do you use? Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's okay. Just internet. So we've got no guest this week, so it's just us. Just just a cartridge and a Quest. Is that no? That's not right. FoodieMikeC.
There you go.
And just your average Trav here.
Typical Trav.
Yep.
Tippy Trav.
So we're gonna start off with a little bit of nerd news.
That sounds real exciting.
Was that crispy and awesome?
Yeah.
It could be exciting if you're a nerd.
Let's find out.
Do we have any nerds? I don't know. We'll see. But the first one's real nerdy.
Okay.
I'm a computer guy, so it's computer based. IBM and Motorola announced that test samples have been made of PowerPC 100 megahertz and 66 megahertz microprocessors. Do you even know what a microprocessor is, sir?
It sounds small.
Yes. Comparison. That was in 1995 on this day in history. That is the little thing in the chip inside of your computer that makes it go, that makes it fast, makes it slow. Compared 66 megahertz back then. Now the newest chips are 3,800 megahertz. So we've come a long way.
You know what freaks me out? I don't even know if this is in the same realm, but in my mind it is. This new I don't know if it's a processor or a chip or whatever, and it says that it will do like calculations like so much faster than like standard computers.
You did it.
Is that like what it is?
Yeah.
I want that thing because that thing's going to have us talking to like God and aliens and shit.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't think computers can talk to aliens, but
sounds creepy.
Because they're so much smarter than us already.
Yeah. But how did we make this thing? If this thing is so much smarter than us, like how did we make it?
I don't know. Yeah, good question for the aliens. If we ever talk to them.
Our next guest.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here he is. Green guy.
Turns out it's Javier selling oranges. Stop! Don't do that. Don't put that.
Wait a second. That's getting.
Not in Trump's America.
No, yeah.
No, I'm so sorry.
All right, so a little bit more nerd news. This is gaming, since we're kind of a gaming podcast. We kind of started out as a sports podcast, and then we transitioned to gaming, and we're going to be all over the place. So just enjoy the ride. Okay,
it's gonna be good.
Put it on 2x speed. It'll be 15-20 minutes every week. You'll be fine.
It'll buff out.
Yeah, it'll be good. Immersion. Nobody knows them anymore. They filed a lawsuit against Microsoft and Sony in 2002. For the rights to joystick force feedback technology in controllers. So like Rumble in your Xbox controller.
Yeah.
These guys thought of it first, and Xbox and PlayStation were like, oh, we like that. We're going to steal it. And they both ended up paying to use the tech. $20 million for Microsoft and $97 million from Sony. So they just didn't like Sony.
Sony kind of got hammered on that one.
They got screwed on that one. Capcom released Marvel and Capcom 2, the video game, for Xbox in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think that cost back then?
I was 16. So in those dollars...
Whoa, we graduated in 2003, bro. You weren't 16.
I graduated at 17. You're not a very good friend.
Wow.
I have no idea. I don't know. I'd assume like a pizza.
A pizza. So how much was a pizza in 2003 then?
I don't know. Pizza and a tank of gas. Let's do that.
Jeez.
We'll do the math on that later. We'll figure it out.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
okay. So games today are what, $60, $70 if you just go buy one?
Yep.
This one was 40. So I guess that's, I don't know, inflation.
Game inflation's like not as good as market inflation, or I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever. That's fine.
Anyway.
Let the video guys stay down.
And then the last one is in 2008. The Microsoft Game Studio released Lost Odyssey. I never played this, but in my research, about this much.
Okay.
It's like Final Fantasy. So a lot of people like that game.
I know I like Final Fantasy.
So
I played 7 all the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6?
No.
Huh.
I just know 7
right in the middle.
Sephiroth and what are they called? Like chocobos or something like that.
And I'm the nerd. Get out of here.
Those
nerd.
were fun. You get to like race them and stuff. Get like the gold one, and it was just blowing people out of the water.
Yeah. That was for Xbox 360. So 2008.
Man.
Yeah. So that's the nerd news for this week, folks. Please tell me you're still awake.
Super exciting. So initially when we talked about this, we didn't know what kind of gaming we're even going to talk about. If it's, straight up console gaming, whatever. But one thing I have been playing a lot of is Marvel Snap. I don't know if any of you guys are playing that. And I feel like
you on that one.
Yeah, I was really late into the game because I remember like telling my buddy like, "Oh, this game's fun. You should play it." And he's like, "Dude, I've been playing that for like, yeah." So I'm sure like everybody had found it and like already ditched it before I even found it. But
still a lot of people that play.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, and I feel like it's similar to like Clash Royale and things like that in a sense that like you kind of get your own strategy set up, but once you do that, it's just kind of, it is what it is. Like they have different game modes that'll pop up, and I don't know. So I feel like I'm still enjoying it, but it also kind of gets to the point where it's like, well, this is kind of the same thing.
So I feel that same way. It's like, okay, I either win or lose, and I'm not really getting a whole lot of new stuff. New cards don't really make sense.
Yeah. It's like once you have your deck established, it's like, I want to try to add this? One thing I will say though that is kind of fun, but kind of like super frustrating as well, is the fact that it has like these 3 little like worlds essentially that you're playing the cards on.
Yep.
And one world could just totally throw you for a loop.
For sure.
This world could pop up when you already have cards on it. It's like, yeah, all these cards are negative or get blown up or whatever, and then all of a sudden your points are gone or backwards, or somebody lays down a card that doubles and undoes everything that you have, and it's like, I like this guy dead to rights and he just murdered.
I like to use Storm when there's when somebody's beating me, because then it just destroys whatever was happening there. Okay. And she's just like, whoa, she washes it away and she's done after turn 4.
That's true. But you use like the loser cards that like are like damaging and poisoning like the other cards, and I don't know.
Loser cards. I mean, we could go through our decks if you want. We can compare decks.
We could. I have.
Could we compare decks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See how big they are, because like yours are probably worth more than mine because I do like the lower value ones.
I feel like you were headed somewhere else, and then you
I was not.
Directions.
I was not. Nope.
No.
It's not about the size. It's like what you can do with it.
Mm-hmm. That's what somebody with a crappy deck would say, is that the size doesn't matter.
Crappy deck. I don't know that you can say crappy deck. Here's what we should do later. After this, we will do a battle. We'll screen record it, and we'll see what comes out ahead.
That's happening. Okay. Yeah. That'll maybe if you stay till the end, we'll put that at the very end of the YouTube podcast.
And if you don't, I hope you wake up to flat tires. So that's on you.
I didn't do it. I don't even have a knife.
All right, so I saw something here recently, a commercial, and it immediately reminded me of something from when I was a kid that was very near and dear to my heart. It was the Jetsons.
Being locked in the basement?
Trauma makes you funny, I guess, but it was an Amazon commercial, and it covered basically like how they have doctors now, like telehealth doctors, and they send you prescriptions. Like, I don't know if they send it to like your local store or they thought it just mail it to you, But then again, if I'm sick, I'm not waiting 2 days for free Amazon Prime. You know what I mean? Like, I want it now. But regardless, it's like now we're in this like telehealth age. You know what I mean? And that's
This is
pretty
not
wild.
new.
It's the Jetsons. Like, it's
I mean,
100%
yeah,
the Jetsons.
Yes, right. Like everything goes back to the Jetsons after 2020.
It's crazy to me. Like, things are getting so much like, okay, the robot maid, like people are trying to make these things right now.
They
and
are.
It's creepy.
We have a robot vacuum that I named Rosie because of the Jetsons.
They're not very smart though. Those things
They're
are pretty stupid.
Super dumb. At least
I remember hearing somebody said they had theirs like going about their business at their house, and they come home and the dog had like dumped in the house, and it was just smearing smearing it like in patterns all over their house. Oh, I'd be so pissed.
What
oh
in the
God,
world?
I'd be so mad.
Rosie, that's not dirt.
That'd be awesome if there's a Jetsons episode where she's just smearing feces everywhere.
Astro's
like, robots are
poops
cool.
everywhere.
Oh,
you didn't know his name was Astro, did you?
I absolutely did.
No. What's the dad's name?
George.
Good job. What?
Okay.
What? I don't know the mom's name. Is it Mary?
Jane. Jane, stop this crazy thing on the treadmill.
I mean, they didn't think about the crazy names that we were going to have in the future. They named them George and Jane. like
Brogan and
Blaken. Like, what?
That would have been hilarious back in the day. Like this is Brogan and
like, wow,
Brogan Jetson. It was like, God, they were good.
They were really good.
Nothing against your name if it's Brogan or anything like that, but I'm just saying it's
Brogan and Blaken. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Check out our Patreon and
give us that.
Shouted you out, guys.
But yeah, for real though, like it makes me wonder, what's the next step in like the Jetsons that we can look forward to?
Oh man, would need to watch some episodes, but I mean,
they're trying to do the whole flying cars thing. You know, like these drones that are like single person, like drones that fly themselves. Like that's already an introduced thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, so speaking of drones, like we were driving down to Texas.
We were? We were, or you were?
Not us. My family.
Okay, good. I was like, I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, well, roofies.
I was driving.
It was a fun time.
Okay.
No, the family. We were going down to Texas for my birthday, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
And we saw so many drones in the air when we got to Texas. Like we thought they were airplanes, and they kept just like being right where we were. There was so many. At one time, I think we caught 8 at one time in the air. It was nuts.
That's wild.
I don't know what they were doing. I think there was probably a military base there or something. But yeah, drones are crazy. And like a single person drone, a flying car, that sounds
insane. Wild, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
So here's an interesting fact. When I was in the Army, my job started as air defense, like in general, high, short range, all that. And then they decided to split it to short and high range, and I stayed short range. And how crazy would it be if that was my job in the Army right now? I'd be like shooting down drones.
You'd be shooting them down?
Yeah.
Did you fly drones?
No.
He just can't talk about it. But I think he did. No?
That's for another.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to some of this more future stuff from the Jetsons. I mean, part of it sounds scary, but at the same time, it's like, man, there's a lot of really cool stuff. Like Amazon has thought out like dropping off packages with drones and stuff like that now too. Yeah. So, man.
I mean, have you seen the Chick-fil-A robot that just brings your food on the wheels? Like,
does it look like Jesus?
No, because it's Jesus chicken. Really,
it makes sense.
No,
it makes sense.
What is? No, it is not. It looks like a little.
Thank you, Robot Jesus. My pleasure.
He has to say my pleasure every time,
or he gets fired.
Yeah, he does.
Robot Jesus just gets the case. Oh yeah,
to the landfill.
I have no idea what we're even talking about anymore.
Who knows? But yeah, Jetsons. Like,
that really made me want to watch the Jetsons, though. Like, I want to go back and watch like every episode now, just to be
to see. But I think the show you need to watch if you want to know the future. You know what it is? The
Suits. Oh.
What? I don't even understand why you went there.
I don't know. I've been watching Suits, and I just dropped it on. It's so good.
Yes, it was so good when it came out on USA, and I watched it, and nobody cared.
Yeah, it's really good.
Everybody's watching it because it's on Netflix and everybody's talking about it. I'm like, guys, I watched that 10 years ago. And yes, Harvey's awesome.
Harvey is awesome.
Yes. And then I watched Meghan Markle turn into a princess and leave the show? Oh,
yeah, she's
don't even know
royalty now.
that yet.
That's wild. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, she's royalty. She's kissing this dude. What are you
Didn't
doing?
even know that was coming when she was on the show.
But The Simpsons would have told you.
Yes, The Simpsons is crazy with some of the stuff that they have predicted.
It is pretty crazy. But I feel like they've just done so much random crap.
Yeah.
You know, you can't take every single episode and be like, oh, man, this is the future. It's like,
right. What has it been on? 27 years or something?
Yeah, it's like something's just going to stick. You know, I mean, they're just throwing anything out there that they can, and it's like something's going to hit.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
Fuck conspiracies.
I love conspiracies.
Like cartridge conspiracy, like just gaming conspiracies in general. Like I remember back in school, I got my NES I think I got it when I was 5, but you know, you played that thing forever until the Super NES came out. And so I remember in school, people talking about, or the question was, can you jump over the flag at the end of level 1 in Mario Brothers, in the original Super Mario Brothers? Or
absolutely not.
You can't?
I don't know. I'm just saying no because I've never seen it.
I always thought no, too. And then I was doing some research today on this, trying to figure it out.
No.
And you can. But the thing about it is I think it was fake. You can definitely jump over in level 3-3. You can jump over the flag there. It's like that big brick one where, like, I don't remember the level. But the answer was always bullcrap. No, you can't. In school,
but the first level,
very first level, I saw a guy jump over that today on a video.
And you're a liar and it's fake. So
that's what I thought. I was like, dude, really? Like, I think you photoshopped that. I just heard that there is a Nintendo 64 emulator. It's called a Mini 64 Pi. So I don't know if you know what a Raspberry Pi is.
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, I'm super techie.
Right, super nerdy. So it's you build it yourself. So there's this little case that looks just like an N64.
Okay.
And then you build it with a Raspberry Pi, and it's an emulator. So it's not just N64 games, but it has an N64 emulator also.
Okay.
And then you can use your old N64 controllers.
If you
company,
find them.
Shout out, sponsor, 8-Bit Do. They make a
for USB.
No, Bluetooth. So you had that Rumble pack that you could plug into the back of the Nintendo 64
by immersion
not immersion. No, it was different than that. The immersion wasn't out yet.
Oh, okay. So why didn't they sue immersion?
Oh,
for $97.2 million or $20 million.
If only we could go back and ask them. Maybe it was immersion that made it. I don't know. I didn't do any research on that. Maybe immersion did the Rumble pack.
Yeah.
Remember that thing for the N64?
Yeah. The big old pack you put.
Yeah. You put in the back of it and it would make it shake.
Yeah.
Well, the 8-Bit Do makes a thing that plugs into that port on the back of the N64 controller, and it turns into a Bluetooth controller. And then that connects to this little mini N64.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We need to get them and play games.
That's wild. We should look into that.
It's
Speaking of which, that would allow me to test another conspiracy. I saw a video where they're like, "Hey, you can get Luigi and Wario in Mario 64," and I'm like,
"What?"
That game several times, did all the secret stuff. I think I even had the book that told you how to do everything.
Mario Party 64?
No.
Mario 64.
Yeah, Mario World 64. Right?
Mario World 64.
Yes,
that one. The first 3D one, right? Where you could go all over the place.
Throw the penguin over the mountain.
Yeah, you went into the pictures in the castle. Yeah.
So they said you can unlock Luigi and Wario.
Way,
yeah, and I'm like, that's got to be fake or an emulator that just let you
added it afterwards.
But I mean, it looked legit. The clip I saw, like it looked realistic. So I don't know. People are just good at faking this stuff, or I don't know. But there's only one way to find out. Like we gotta get this Bluetooth pack and make it happen. I guess
we gotta get a N64 Pi.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for the tens of listeners, if you have a conspiracy, let us know. We'll dig into it, see if we can figure out the truth.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a whole lot of game conspiracies, but
I think there's a lot.
Okay. I guess
I was able to do this thing, and everybody says you can't because you cheated, or I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, like beating Aladdin. Nobody just beat Aladdin.
Not
or
a thing.
Lion King. It's not
happening. Yeah,
unless you're playing it like on the Switch or something, and you like rewind it, so you don't die.
Oh, see, but is that cheating if they give you the ability?
I mean, yeah. You have the ability to go date somebody right now, and I'm pretty sure your wife would think that was cheating.
Touche, dude.
All right.
All right.
One thing that I thought would be fun that is game related. I got to thinking about what life would be or how you would be ranked. Special attributes, like if Madden was in real life.
Oh,
like
okay.
you know, like you being a tech guy, you're like, yeah, I'm a 97 overall tech guy. You know what I mean? Like, do you think you haven't?
And you would tell me like you're a 99 at being funny, and I think you're a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it.
I got like 3 people that think I'm funny at least, so
maybe
it'd be higher than a 7 for sure.
I mean, it sounds like it'd be a 3.
But they think I'm a 90, so like the math has to.
I don't math well.
Yeah, or spell. Like you would be like a 6 on spelling out of like the possible 99.
I might be
100%.
lower than that.
There's a very good chance. Yeah,
like
you would spell 6 and it'd be wrong.
Yes, and spell check's my best friend. Like
yeah, I sure hope so because I can't even imagine
everything that I type in Word.
Yeah. This guy, we go for lunch today, and he shows me like something he had on his phone, and it was ramen, but it was like ROMEN.
I'm not the only one that spells bad because that.
Yeah, I was like, and that's what I told my wife. I was like, there's some other idiot out there who's like
Roman for ramen. Yeah, beer or ramen, by the way, very good.
Yeah, so good, so good.
Yeah, I don't have
we had some amazing food today for lunch, but yeah,
I
found that pretty funny though. You sent it to me, and I was like,
yeah,
that makes sense.
Typical IT stuff. I feel like I'm pretty good at that. I'd be like a 90.
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
know everything, but like cooking for you're good at.
Yeah, I would be up there a little bit in cooking, but man, kind of makes you self conscious though. You start thinking, it's like, what am I as a dad? Like what?
Yeah.
what are my kids
say
gonna?
As a dad? Yeah.
Dang, we should do that. That should be a segment. Like, if you could rate me out of 99 as a dad, like what would it be? But then they're gonna say something like 18, and you're like, kind of want to leave you guys now.
Yeah. Like what? Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if I want to know.
Yeah. What do you think the age is to like drop off kids at the fire station anymore? Do people still do that?
What are you talking about?
Like how people used to drop off babies at the fire station? Is there like an age gap? Really? Like, well, this one's 16, but take them.
Yeah, I mean, I think 16, like at least he could get a job.
You guys hiring? Because I don't want him anymore.
I'm done with him. I don't know.
Man, we're gonna have to think about these Madden ratings thing. We're gonna come back as we like unlock new abilities and things like that.
Right?
You know?
Yeah. Like I'll do a project this weekend that you know, and I'm like, oh, now I was a 0. Now I kind of know how to do that. I'm kind of like a 17.
Yeah, I'm a 43 at wallpaper right now because you know your whole house is covered in wallpaper.
Right. I feel
that's
like
pretty crazy.
Better than that.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably getting it down pretty well.
Getting it. Yeah, that's a good one.
I just hooked up a monitor by myself, and I hooked it up myself.
I walked you through that whole process.
I hooked it up myself,
dude.
And then you had to do some Googling to tell me how to make my Mac see it differently.
This guy's a Mac guy, but he's like, I don't know how to not make it mirror, and I'm like,
I've literally never added another monitor to it, and he's going to talk bad about my Mac when his computer shuts down at least 3 times.
It never happened, and nobody will know.
Huh.
They'll never know. It did shut down. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. But
yeah, shout out Dell.
I
don't know if I can do that.
I don't know if that's
cease and desist.
Cease and desist. Cease and assist. What is it?
Cease and desist.
Desist.
Yeah. Assist, like stop and help. It's like what you're saying.
Yeah. Who uses
stop
that
and
word actually?
Me? What?
Who uses that word actually though? Like that's the only time that word's ever said.
I think when you're being sued, like that's a big part of it. You know what I mean? Like if I just start doing a bunch of like Disney quotes and throwing up a bunch of like Disney stuff, they're gonna be like, yeah, you can't do that.
No, I get it. All I'm saying is that's the only time in the English language that word is ever used. Desist.
Yeah.
Like
you're probably right.
Bro, you're not being helpful.
Yeah. Just stop what you're doing. That's what it should say. Just stop it.
Now.
One thing I will say that like really pissed me off today, and I don't know if it's just me. I'm hoping it's not just me, but I'm going to work and I'm like, dude, I'm going to go grab a coffee real quick from Starbucks. I absolutely hate like in maps where it doesn't say, yeah, this is a Starbucks, but it's inside of a Dillon's or it's inside of a whatever. So like I went to 2 different Starbucks, like, screw this. This one's at WSU College. You know, I'm not going in there.
Do you not know where places are in the big
I'm not
town?
in Wichita all the time.
I mean, It's Wichita, dude.
And then I went to another one. It's like, okay, it's over here. I'm looking around, like I don't see it, and I see Dylan's. I'm like, oh God, I hate you so
You just
much.
couldn't get out of the truck and go in there.
No, I was mad. I left, and I was like, I'm just going to work. So I get up to like 21st and Rock or something, and there's like one right here on the corner. I'm like, okay.
You pulled in?
Yeah.
We've got social pages all over the place.
All of the social pages.
We're posting clips for you guys to see. We'll post clips of this before the episode comes out. We're going to try to get episodes out on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Right?
Something to look forward to because Monday sucks. You know, it's like, man, I'm getting a step closer to Friday. At least let me listen to this, 15, 20 minute, whatever.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Just kind of chill in the car while you're driving to work.
Mm-hmm.
Download it and let it play. Watch it at lunch.
Forget about how bad life sucks for a minute.
Yeah. Laugh with us.
Yeah.
We might be serious sometimes, but I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll see. That's kind of tough.
Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous.
When we get together, we're not very serious very often.
No.
But yeah, so cartridge. Last week I messed it up, so don't listen to last week's website.
Yeah.
It's cartridgeandquest.com.
Good.
And then all the socials are Cartridge and Quest. Don't add
you got to quit saying A. You're adding the A in there, and it's
Cartridge and Quest.
Yeah.
On all the socials and the website.
Except for Facebook. We're not on Facebook for.
Yeah, Facebook immediately said no, thank you. We do not want you on our platform.
I've never seen Facebook be like,
yeah, like they were like, nope, sorry, this is not okay.
That sounds boring and stupid. Get out of here.